Hey guys, it's Eli Coolman, and I'm back with another video. This video is about myth busting in Animal Company. I'm going to cut to the first bit in 3, 2, 1, now! Okay, so our first myth is that you can actually grapple onto the ball into the goal. So I'm going to not throw it in the goal, but this myth actually works. No need. Okay, so first myth is not a myth, it's true. Alright guys, so our second myth is that there's actually mushrooms in the sewers that let you grow or shrink. And I think there is. I'm not super sure. I'm gonna try to find some. There is! But this myth is not false. There is actually mushrooms in the sewers. Alright, the next myth is that you cannot put goop items in your stash. So I have my very horribly made It works. Okay, so I'm gonna try this whenever I run into the stash. I'm gonna see whether it actually works or lets me put it in the stash. So that's a true. Well, the myth was that you can actually put stuff in your stash. That myth is false, so it is a myth. Alright, next myth. Alright guys, so my fourth myth is that actually in certain stashes it will teleport you to a different place. So this is the lobby stash, and it just takes you to the normal stash inside. Okay? And then I'm gonna do the stash in stage 5, and this is the stash in stage 5. Alright, so I'm in stage 5 and I'm trying out this stash. Kind of already looks different from the one in home. It is the same. Okay, I think it spawns you in different. This one. So myth is false. That's a myth. Alright, guys. So my next myth is that apparently if you go into the creative studio's entrance, you can actually shoot out a teleport or an explosive grenade. Or arrow, not grenade, and it will make like a bunch of noise. Let's try that. It works. That is really odd. And then also, if you step out, it should teleport you. Okay, so that myth is true. It does actually work. Okay, on to the next myth. Alright, for my next myth, there is apparently a secret compartment at the top of stage 2. So I'm gonna go check in here, and he says that it is up there. So that myth is true. Okay then. Okay guys, so my next myth that if you get a teleport or a telegrenade, whatever this is, teleport, and crossbow, it will actually teleport. Hey, that's actually pretty cool. It works. Alright. Yeah, it actually works.
Alright, so that myth is true.
Alright, guys. So my 8th myth is that there's actually secret compartments up there on the top of the stages. So I'm going to check. It looks like there is, but I'm not sure. Because you can see all these gaps. So I'm checking. I'm not super sure.
Which one are you in?
The very middle one.
Oh, there is actually secret. There is. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool, actually.
Which stage are you in?
I'm not in any stage. I'm in the compartments. Okay, so this myth is true. There are secret compartments.
Alright guys, so the next myth is that the clover umbrella is actually the same speed as that one. I think this one kind of just depends on whoever's doing it. Guys, I'm not putting a timer up there because there's no point. Okay, so we're going to go from this point to that area, the spawn area, okay? No, the area in the tree area. Yeah,
2, 1, go.
I think I went a little too early.
Okay, I think
it doesn't really matter. I think it's just about the way that you have it tilted and how much it's tilted. So,
I kind of went.
That this myth is kind of not busted and busted in the same time, but whatever. We're on to our next myth. Alright guys, so the next myth is that it's more worth it to buy more amounts of research points. So for 1 research point, it's
250 company coins. I'm not buying them. And for 10, it's 2,500, which don't look at me. I'm not buying. You're not buying it either. This is simple math. It's
250 times 10 is 2,500. So you could really do it either way, but if you're gonna do it for time saving, just buy that. So this myth is actually busted, it is the same to buy them. It is not any value to buy this
Like,
because it costs the same to buy any of those.
yeah, because
Next
like
myth.
you can just buy this tent.
That was a true myth, so it was not a myth.
Give me a sword.
Alright guys, so the next myth
Oh,
is
and
that you
then-
can actually dig in the sandbox with a sword.
So we're gonna try that out now. I don't believe it, because you typically need things that are used for digging to dig in sandboxes. But
I mean, whatever, let's go. And myth was busted. You cannot dig in the sandbox.
wait, can you? No, I think that was just a glitch. That's also a glitch. You can unfortunately not dig in the sandbox with a lance.
You can, kind of, but it's kind of like really glitchy. So I'm gonna say this myth is busted and it's false. Alright guys, so the last and final myth for this video is that you can use an explosive broccoli to get out of the map up here, and you can technically, or not technically, apparently get out of that barrier.
So I'm gonna try it. Hey, it works, I think. Yeah, it works.
You can't get me, I'm walking on air now.
Oh my
Well,
god.
this myth is true. You can actually
Let me try
the
that.
barrier. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. And Eli Coolman out.